Better month, really, to bring in the doc. The doc we know.
We know him as Dr. T is what we know him as.
Dr. Brian Talleur is what we, but he has asked us to call him Dr. T, and I love him for that.
I love him for that, absolutely. Good friend of the show.
Doctor, nice to see you again, man. How are things going on this fine day?
Well, they're going great. I'm glad to be here and really appreciate it. It's great to see you guys.
For sure. We always love having you on the show. You shed so much light on various treatments, things going on. We do know that earlier in May, Fentanyl Awareness Day, it's a tough topic. It's something that I think a lot of people are scared a little bit about. You want to start by first telling us, just get us set with what is fentanyl.
Yeah, well, fentanyl is a very potent synthetic opioid that can be made in a lab, and it can be 50 to 100 times stronger than heroin. It has a higher chance of causing an overdose than other opioids.
Scary stuff there.
It really is. It's always in the news.
And the fact that earlier May, Fentanyl Awareness Month, it's great that your organization and others are trying to kind of build more awareness around this drug that is causing a lot of damage.
Yeah, definitely. The Drug Enforcement Agency, the DEA, recently discovered that fentanyl was the leading cause of death for adults under 50 than any other cause of death. Heart disease, cancer, homicide, suicide, automobile accidents. So it's a major problem. Another thing, they're adding xylazine into it, which is an animal tranquilizer. And that makes a chance of overdose even higher. But in the midst of this crisis, there's hope, and we have very effective treatment for opioid addiction.
All right, well, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and do you, in fact, offer some mental health treatments?
First, we want to make sure that if somebody has a substance use disorder or opioid use disorder, that they're stable, because as we just mentioned, the leading cause of death. And then many patients that are diagnosed with a substance use disorder are also diagnosed with mental health disorders, and vice versa. Counseling can be effective with some mental health disorders, and if that is not effective, the patient will be referred to the proper level of care.
Got it. Those co-occurring situations can be very tricky, I know, for you. Luckily, at Aegis Treatment Centers, people can come in. Doc, can you tell us a little bit about how people are getting the help they need and how you're navigating them to the right place? I assume it's a terribly complicated assessment and all the things that need to be done up front. How are you doing that?
Yeah, people need to just simply call the number. If you have a friend, a family member, if you're struggling, a neighbor, if they're ready for change or not ready for change, if you could just get them in the door, that's the first step, and it could definitely be life-changing. So there's hope in the midst of this, and all you have to do is call our number. You can also go to the website, and you can find different clinics. We have several clinics in the Central Valley and all over California.
Wow, all right. I mean, obviously getting informed here. Lots of different locations you just mentioned there, too. Any final words that we need to know? I'm sure there's a lot that we still need to know.
It's never too late, if you have an addiction, to ask for help. We're just starting to see the light post-COVID. I don't want to say that it's completely over yet, but now we're getting back to work. We're getting back to our daily lives. And if somebody's struggling with addiction, please come to us. We can help you. Call our number. We have plenty of locations.
That's great. Dr. T, always great to see you. Always great with you lending a hand like you are. And again, the point about it not just being about the person, but family members, friends, neighbors, loved ones, all of them, you're willing to take everybody.
Yes, definitely.
All right, Dr. T, thanks again. We'll put up a little information about Aegis Treatment Centers. There you see it there. Lots of specialties, a great place to go if you need a little bit of help. They got multiple locations in the Central Valley throughout California. Let's check them out online, aegistreatmentcenters.com.